On behalf of Sir John MacDonald, the Principal, and all the Executive Team, this is our opportunity to say on behalf of the Executive Team, thank you. Thank you to all the work that you do, making Strathclyde University, Strath Union, a vibrant and exciting place to be. It's very much part of the campus, and the new union will be even more part of the campus, and we wanted to say thank you for the input that you make, not just locally here in Strathclyde, but nationally and internationally. You represent the university with pride and are an enormous ambassador for students in the future and for graduates in the future too. So thank you on behalf of the university. You're an amazing, as Sarah said, champions of the university, and we really appreciate with the pride and effort and energy that you commit to the community, as I say, locally and nationally, but especially on campus. So congratulations to everybody who's receiving an award tonight, and even if you're not receiving an award, you're here because you make an incredible input into the community that is Strathclyde University. So thank you all very much and have a great night.
The first award is to Fiona Barkley for 200 hours volunteer. The next award is to Jane Gordon for completing 265 hours. Megan Burns for completing 314 hours. Cristina Espinosa Casino, 210 hours. Cheryl Doherty, 201 hours. Hamish Dow, 422 hours. Kieran Dukin, 460 hours. Sarah Dunsmore, 250 hours. Sophie Green, 210 hours. Sarah Hill, 375 hours. Louis McCullough, 334 hours. Kirsten Alexandra McGarry, 230 hours. Robert Mathisham, 452 hours. Laura Madison, 250 hours. Phoebe Moffat, 232 hours. Nicole Strain, 209 hours. Shivani Tandas, 200 hours. Jocelyn Edwina Teta, 445 hours. Maisa Timizar, 340 hours. Callum Wilson, 210 hours. The highest number of volunteer hours. So this goes to, the three highest. So Nina Bhagwat completed 500 hours. Yasmin Benahad, 538 hours. And Marina Kokinu, 976 hours. Time to what for being here? Which has so kindly been prepared by our chefs. So in Ecuador we would say buen provecho, which means enjoy your meal. I hope you all enjoyed the dinner. I think if it's possible, could we all just thank the catering staff for all their time and effort? Thank you so much. So the first category that we're going to present is the Sports Awards. I'd like to invite Alex Brock to come and present those awards.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Okay? So, it's been a great year for Strathclyde for our sports clubs. For those of you who don't know, we've got 53 different sports clubs. Now, the operation, the organisation, and everything that we've got to do. Of course, we've got a great staff team with Fraser, Leanne, and Ali over here. But it really depends on all of our volunteers who help make every single offering that we have for sport at Strathclyde happen. Now, we have 342 members of all of our different sports clubs and committees, and the hours and the effort that you all put in is absolutely incredible, and just give it a round of applause for everybody. However, without any further ado, there are not one, not two, but three categories tonight for our sports volunteers. So, up first, we have nomination for the Sports Executive Committee Member of the Year. Now, this is a really, really hard decision to come to, discuss it with a number of people, but we have a shortlist of three. So, can we drum roll, please? Shortlist number one, we have IT Comrade Greg Watson. We have Awards Committee Andrew Club. And our final nominee, we have Molly Miller-Smith. And the winner for Sports Executive Member of the Year goes to Greg Watson. Up next, we have a very award to my heart, the Club Captain of the Year. Now, it's been absolutely fantastic working with every single club captain, because without them, they are the middleman, the point people that we need to liaise with and really actually facilitate all the offerings we have and to compete in parts. To allow every people to try new sport, to try something new. So, we have quite a long shortlist here. So, drum roll please. We have Sarah Dunstable. We have Projected Players from tennis. Jose Khan from men's hockey. Bobby Gray from archery. Dorothy Johnson from netball. Michael Sinclair from men's rugby. And Ewan Burns from badminton. And the winner for Club Captain of the Year goes to Sarah Dunstable. Now, our final award for the sports category goes to the Sports Volunteer of the Year. Now, of course, we have members of our different club committees who do what you'd expect to help run the clubs, a club that they're passionate about. But these people who are nominated for this category, they haven't just done what is required of them. They've gone above and beyond to facilitate not just the sport offering, but come with innovative, and bold ideas and initiatives to really take that club to the next level. So up first, we have a joint nomination from Lucy King and Fiona Barclay of Cheer. Without their efforts, Cheer would not be recognised as a club, a official sport in Scotland within Scottish student sport. So because of them, Cheer is now recognised as an official sport in Scotland. So we're proud of it. Ali Gilmore from Mountaineering. Mountaineering is a hugely popular club at Strathclyde, particularly for international students, because the offering that they have, they tend to go up north and see a lot of different sides of Scotland in a very inclusive and welcoming way. So that's why they're very popular with international students, but there can be difficulties there. Up next, we have Abigail McMillan from Women's Rugby. Her leadership on and off the pitch has been absolutely fantastic, and it wasn't until recently that she was made president of the Women's Rugby Club. She's done everything that she could and more, and she really deserves to be recognised for her efforts that she has. And finally, our last nominee is my dear friend Cal Watkins, the Vice Club Captain for men's hockey, for his numerous different initiatives he's released this year, targeting men's mental health, as well as mental health in general. raising different money for different funds for charity, and Sunday organising a charity hockey 6-a-side tournament. If anyone's free, by the way, feel free to come up the steps for helping heroes. So, without further ado, can I drum roll please for everyone? And the winner, most positive of the year, or should I say winners, Lucy King and Lorna Hindalco. And finally, before I pass over to Iram to do the education category, can we please raise our hands together for the Sports Set Member of the Year, who's now back from his blue break, Greg Watson. Thank you everyone. Can I please now have it for our PP education? Yeah!
Good evening, everyone. I believe you all agree with me that this is an amazing night, and I want us all to put our hands together for all the organizers and all those who put in the effort to make this place look as amazing as it has been. So to all our volunteers and nominees, I want to say that we recognize your efforts to improve the student experience here at Strathclyde, not only the learning experience, but the social experience and all of it that makes Strathclyde what it is. To present the award for Reps of the Year, I mean, these are people who have made my time here as Vice President Education as successful as it is. And I'd like to begin with the Business Rep of the Year. This award goes to a course rep whose work has secured demonstrable change of your program during the course of study. The winner will have actively sought student input on how to enhance key areas within their faculty. They will have used this information to make a positive contribution to student staff committees, ensuring that the views of their cohort are listened to and acted upon by staff. And the nominees for the Business Rep of the Year are The award for the Rep of the Year recognizes a committed and passionate individual. initiative aimed at improving the overall learning experience for students at Strathclyde. These individuals have demonstrated outstanding skills in supporting students with individual problems in their course while integrating equality and diversity into their work as reps. The nominees for Engineering Rep of the Year are Rachel exclusive support for students during their course. The nominees for House Rep of the Year are Emily McElhatton, Jessica Five, and Yeshwini Captain. Within the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, particularly with assisting other class reps within the faculty to find their grounds, and also contributing immensely to the learning experience within the faculty. The award for House Rep of the Year goes to Emily McElhatton. And on to the last faculty, the science faculty. The science faculty is a hub of scientific research that is devoted to photonics, forensics, pharmaceutical, and space science. It's one of the faculties whose students we do not often see within the union due to the time constraints that the university work places on them. Recognizing the unique challenges posed to students within their course and faculty, the Science Rep of the Year has worked closely within their cohort and with staff to bring positive student-led change in a timely fashion that will benefit current and future students alike. And the nominees are Helen McRae, the nominees for this category: Ross Mackenzie, Emily McElhatton, Stephen Guani, Alan Murray, and Sophie Wade, made a significant impact in the learning experience here at Strathclyde. Every point in the learner journey presents students with a host of challenges and tasks to accomplish. And these individuals have challenged the status quo by guiding, supporting, representing, and advocating for students. This Rep of the Year has made an outstanding contribution to the student voice in their faculty, always acting in the best interests of students, and playing an active role on the various university and student union committees that they attend. The winner has facilitated and demonstrated student-led change at school or faculty level that has enhanced the academic experience of those they represent. And the winner for Rep of the Year, drum roll please.
Well done to all the winners. You should be very proud of yourselves. You've done a lot. I'd like to invite Matt now to present the Liberation Category Award.
I will get it later. I'm really sorry. It's changed. So I'm actually stepping in for TT, who couldn't be here tonight. So whereas Aram and Alex and Sarah have spoken wonderfully of the volunteers and have beautifully prepared speeches, I don't because I was doing this today. So apologies on that front. However, the campaigns Liberation, some of the stuff I've been involved in for many a year, and the first award we have tonight is Activist of the Year. I believe we're going to move on to Activist of the Year. An award I have won personally myself. Atop my grandmother's mantelpiece. Political Activist of the Year, brag to all the grandparents when they come round. And my dear grandchild is a political activist of the year. Yeah, it truly makes my grandmother proud. For this category, the nominees are, and we're going to go hard on the Strath, and and we'll find out the winner after the day. And the winner is Rosie Smith. Category is Campaign of the Year, and we have some fantastic campaigns this year. So again, drum rolls for the categories here. We have Newcomer campaign. We have Divest Strathclyde, and we have Fight for the Night. And the final award in this category tonight is Liberation Officer of the Year. So final drum roll for me. We have Kenta Angeli Matusawa, Lucy Murray, and Leo Asolu. That's your remit, Sarah. Let's welcome Sarah back up to the stage.
Well done to all the winners. You've definitely achieved amazing things. Oh, and it's nice as well. Okay. So now we're going to go on to the community projects and community category of the day. So I'm just going to request that to save your knuckles, I know that you've been banging on tables a lot. Let's just do a drum roll for when I'm going to announce the winners. So when I announce the winners, then you can give it all the energy for the drum roll. And we're going to start off with community project shortlist. So the community project shortlist consists of Strathclyde University Food Bag Society, netball sandwich fundraising project, Strathpedia, welcome team. I'm just going to give a small description of each of these projects just because I really want to recognize all of your efforts. The Food Bag Society Collaborative Food Collection. This project collected over 700 kilograms of food, and it was a collaboration between 14 clubs and societies, and it resulted in 1,000 meals for Glasgow's most vulnerable citizens. So that's really amazing. The Netball Club fundraised more than £8,300 through 5K runs and bake sales, so that's an incredible effort as well. Strathpedia is a project that was started by only 2 students, and they noticed that students didn't have enough information when they were starting out, so they took it upon themselves to create a booklet called Strathpedia, and they handed it out to new international students. The Welcome Team is a group of volunteers who help the union over Freshers Week, and they welcome new students, they give them advice, and they help them move into halls. So as you can see, all of these projects are amazing projects, and they're all worth recognizing. But now I'm going to announce the winner. So now it's time community project of this year is the Food Bag Collaborative. They are partners with the UN, and they support amazing leadership and development through volunteering and internships. They connect with the local community and they have plans to do local litter picks and conduct environmental challenges. The next one is the Food Sharing Society. And this society saves food waste by collecting end-of-the-day food waste from local partners. They help students save money and they encourage students to be more creative with food waste. The next is Girl Up Society. They partner with the UN to create a global community. They fight for gender equality, and they've worked hard to fundraise through pub quizzes, gigs, bake sales, and other initiatives. And the next is the Strathclyde University Food Bank Society, which we've already mentioned before. And again, they've raised more than 700 kilograms for food for local vulnerable citizens, and more than 1,000 meals. The Women in Leadership Network is the next one. And they have conducted Let's Talk events around gender equality, and they've also had events around mental health, and they've run the Celebrate Her campaign, which is a campaign to raise awareness of the women in leadership at Strathclyde University. And of all these amazing societies, you can see that they've all done amazing projects. So let's give a drum roll. She's described as welcoming and a friend that is easy to talk to. She runs a society to be a safe space for everyone, and she supports girls around the world, girls' rights around the world. Jocelyn is passionate about culture, and she's been volunteering since she was 3 years old. She's volunteered with the Glasgow Chinese School, teaching children Chinese calligraphy, and she's also helped with the 100 Santa Sacks donation, and she also started Strathpedia, and she was the treasurer of the International Society, so she's done a lot. Johanna Newcomer is the president of the International Society, and she's been involved since her first year. She's helped organize speed meetings and the International Students Induction, so she's done a lot. And Kirsten Alexander Regari, she's been involved with the Strathclyde Women in Leadership Network, and she turned it around from being a society with just a few members to being a society with over 50 members. And she is said in her nominations to inspire all members, and she supports everyone she meets, and she provides advice and support to all the members of the Women in Leadership Network. Nina works at the British Heart Foundation charity shop. She also volunteered with Prostate Cancer UK and the Refugee Festival Scotland. She also volunteers with the Raising and Giving Committee, and she always gives 110% everything she does. Finally, Phoebe Moffat, she volunteers at the Shelter shop on Duke Street, and she said in a quote from her manager at the shop that she works at, "She lifts the spirits of the shop, and I'm not sure what I would do without her." So these are all amazing volunteers, so I'm really pleased to say that the winner is services to the student committee. Sorry.
Hi everyone. Yeah, all good? So, this category is for awards for the services to the student community. So basically, we all are part of the student community. In one way or the other, we've all contributed in enhancing the student community of each and every one of us in here. So basically, this award will be given to an anonymous service that we have, who provide support services from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. every day. Emotional support service and what have you. So basically, without any further ado, this award will be presented to the Strathclyde and Caledonian Nightline Service.
I'm part of Nightline. It's an anonymous service, so they can't come and reflect it. Thank you, I've worked so hard.
Internships for their students. They have huge development for students, careers, community, and collaborating with schools. Strath Loop has over 120 members, and they've gained that in 5 months. They collaborate with various courses, and they've been selected by SpaceX at a design briefing, and they were chosen as one of 34 out of 1,300 teams. That's amazing. They're going to a Hyperloop competition in California in the summer. This is an amazing opportunity for students, so that's so cool. Strathclyde Pharmacy Society, they run graduate and careers workshops. They also run practical talks, and they planned a sign language event. They also had a planned substance and misuse event and 2 fundraising events for charity. EME Society ran the first engineering ball. They also ran the biggest careers and beers event, and they won the food bank challenge by raising 120 kilograms for food banks. They also ran the Faraday Challenge with schools and in collaboration with the Children's University. The Society has achieved so much this year. And just their initiative to take on collaborating with deprived schools and like running an event with school children to teach them something new is really commendable. The EEE Society has run workshops, socials, debates, which have developed the presentation skills of their members, and they've also collaborated with the Chinese Society, the EME Society, Photo Club for the Chinese Burns Night, which is a really cool event which collaborated with all these different societies, and it's really exciting. I actually popped in and hi, and it was like really cool. Yeah. And so they've also been going to schools to promote STEM, and they've been trying to work with schools as well. So all of these societies have been amazing, and now we can give a drum roll to find out who's the winner. The Chinese Students and Scholars Association ran the Mid-Autumn Chinese Festival to welcome students and housed over 100 people. They also ran the Chinese Birds Night in collaboration with EME, EEE, and the Photo Club Society, and Strathclyde University Hong Kong Society. And they ran like Chinese karaoke and Kayleys and raffles, so they've done a lot. The Indonesian Society has many and diverse members. They're planning a festival in Indonesia as well. The Nigerian Society has conducted a lot of development for their members. They've helped with cultural transition, and they've shared Nigerian culture as well as a scholarship in honor of a uni professor. The SAMSA has shared food during Ramadan. They've also raised the highest amount among universities in Scotland. They raised over £4,500 in support for projects for children all around the world. So now I'd like to invite you to a drum roll They've had tournaments, trainings, and they came in 3rd place in a championship. They were the only Scottish society representing in the chess finals in Birmingham, and 2 Strath players won over 70% of their matches. The Gliding Club has trips every fortnight. They collaborate with the Flying Club, they run blood donations, and they do charity fundraising. The Strathclyde Medieval Society has taken initiative to have more opportunities this year. They have crafting, skill sharing, and they have safe combat. The Strathclyde Pole Fitness Society has started affordable pole dancing. They've also grown and overcome many obstacles. It's a lot of fun. I was actually in the pole fitness society, so that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Claire.
You're welcome.
The Strathclyde Club runs workshops. They provide a lot of friendship and travel, and they ran their first river brawl this year, which I was actually at as well, which I really enjoyed. So, so now I'm going to announce the winner of the Hobbies and Interests Society. They work closely with the union as well. Red Strathclyde has organised members to participate within the union's democratic structures, such as Parliament. And they've also had campaigns for a £10 an hour minimum wage and various film screenings. The Strathclyde Feminist Society has had a key role in organising Fight for the Night, with more than 150 attendants, and they demanded justice for survivors in rape and sexual assault, and they demand safer streets in Glasgow. So now, who was the winner? They organized the first aid training, and they helped look into the provision for defibrillators on campus. The Food Bank Society set themselves up and achieved a huge impact with a few members, and they've grown by connecting with many other societies. The Strathclyde Women in Leadership Network re-established themselves and have been running successfully with over 50 members. So now the winner of the Best New Club is...
This year, the Strathclyde Student Union lost one of our own, Astrid Yates. Astrid tragically lost her life in January, and will be a huge loss to the organisation. A friend to many people in the room, I'm sure. Astrid was also a valued member of our union bar staff and a prominent student union volunteer. And on this fine night, as we celebrate all the hard work that we're doing as volunteers and the wonderful achievements we're making, we want to pay special thanks to Astrid for her union volunteering. So Astrid played a key role in the Strathclyde International Development Society. It was through her involvement in SID, as it's known, that Astrid embarked on a trip of a lifetime to Uganda. And whilst there, Astrid supported local communities on the ground, introducing a UNICEF wash initiative, teaching different methods of natural water purification, as well as training others in the production of fuel-efficient stoves. Upon returning from Uganda, Astrid became the president of Strathclyde International Development, and in her role as society president, she helped recruit and train the next generation of student volunteers so that they could benefit from the same volunteering experience that she had. Astrid was a volunteer who cared about giving back, fundraising for SID, and their work with Little Big Africa. It's in this spirit and in Astrid's memory that I'm proud to present the newly established Astrid Yates Charity Event of the Year Award. This award from here on in will become an annual celebration for the Student Union in the recognition of our clubs and societies who go to outstanding lengths to give back, and I'm delighted that the awards will forever be in Astrid's name. And for the first time in the awards history, I can think of no better society to receive the awards than Astrid's own society, Strathclyde International Development. I'll pass you on to Sam.
Collaboration Award. So the two contenders for this position, or category, are Nerdfest and the Strathclyde Food Bank Society Collaborative Collection. Nerdfest collaborated with 9 societies, I think it was, yeah? And the Strathclyde Food Bank Society was a collaboration between 14 societies, which again collected 500 kilograms of food. So now the winner is... Had Chinese lion dancing and raffles and karaoke and Chinese karaoke. And the Faraday Challenge was hosted by the EME Society. This was an event with over 100 high school pupils from disadvantaged schools, and they were there to encourage them to pursue opportunities, and they were in partnership with the Children's University, which was in partnership with the University of Strathclyde. And finally, Fight for the Night was a march through the streets of Glasgow to demand safer streets and justice for survivors of rape and sexual assault. So, the winner of this category is... I'm really excited actually to present. It's the Newcomer of the Year. So this is the newest volunteer who has come to Strathclyde Union. So someone that we haven't seen before who's now given a lot to the union and who we're really proud and happy to have. And the first candidate is Delusha Aloysius. The next is Lorna Hindalco. College to raise awareness of Tamil heritage and the impact the Civil War had on people. She participated in the Welcome Team and she won an award as Welcome Teamer. She's also part of ACS and she organized events for Black History Month. Lorna Hindalco is a first-year international student who joined the International Society in September and she became vice president in January. She already organized the Epic International Sub-Crawl, Pancake Night, and a Cafe Crawl. She has compassion for others and she makes her events inclusive and cares about charitable initiatives. Thomas Dodd is also a first-year student and he became International Society social media officer in January. He jumped right in and he manages events, bookings, and is always available to help others. So now, the winner of Newcomer of the Year is... Of the year. So this is a big one, and so we've got a few different categories, and I've already touched on some of them, so I won't give a description. But we've got the Chinese Students and Scholars Association. We've got Electrical and Mechanical Engineering. That's why you've been shortlisted. But now it's time to find out who the winner is. This year's Top Society of the Year is Strathclyde Women in Leadership. We're going to go on to the Volunteer of the Year. So the Volunteer of the Year is someone who's given of their time, of their effort, of their energy to make Strathclyde a better place and has put all of their essence into Strathclyde. It's a really amazing thing to see that there are people at this university who care so much about the community and about other students. So the first one is Claire Getchell. Claire, everyone knows you in the office. Claire's always in the office. She's on the committee of 3 societies. She runs socials, she organizes Dinner Fest, and she always looks into the needs of her society. She's even taken initiative to look into defibrillators on campus because someone in her society had that need. Christina, she is quoted to be an amazing leader. She's friendly and welcoming, and she's so talented at chess. She's always up to teaching others. And she helped chess achieve 3rd place in the biggest university championship qualifier. Well done. Emma Webster, she's devoted and she prepared Chinese Burns Night, and she helped the EEE department for the debate exercises to teach students to debate. She also has helped students to gain confidence in themselves. Jocelyn, she's passionate about culture. She's been volunteering since she was 3. She volunteers with children, teaching calligraphy. She has helped run donations. She does a lot. Well done, Jocelyn. Kirsten, president of the Women in Leadership Society. She helps students whenever they need it. She's helped people check over their CVs whenever they need advice. She's a non-executive director of the Glasgow Women's Library. She started Let's Talk events, which I went to, which are great. They're like a circle where you sit together and you talk about issues and you feel more confidence in yourself as a woman. Laura Matheson, a quote in her nomination is that I've always been keen to make a positive difference in the care and well-being of others. Laura painted the walls in this union because she wanted to lighten the place and give a positive message. She volunteered with the Welcome team, and she has been part of the Psychology Society and is passionate about mental health and disability rights. She's part of the of a charity called I Am Me, and she was part of driving the union to apply to be a keep safe space for people with disabilities. So well done, Laura. Matthew McDonald, he organized the engineering gala dinner, hosting 300 students in a formal networking event. He led the organization of the Faraday Challenge, which won Event of the Year, and he's the vice president of the EME Society. Nicole Strange, she's multi-talented, as said in her nomination. President of the EME Society, captain of the Trampolining Club, has provided development opportunities to many other members and managed the organization of the Careers and Beers Networking event, which was the biggest and most successful event of the EME Society. Nicola, hardworking, she joined ISEC as a fresher. She's been part of marketing, and she created sessions for committee training. She was nominated as Member of the Month. She spent a lot of time and effort to create workshops, and she created strategies for recruitment. Ria Livesey, a beautiful person. And they're member of the club's exec. They're the campaigns manager for the LGBT Club Society, and they're an active volunteer for Strathclyde University Jazz Orchestra. They're active in students' politics through the NUS Scotland and the UK, and activism related to LGBT+ issues. Yassine, an amazing volunteer, led the photo club and made a difference to many members, passion for photography, and welcomes newcomers with ease. June, sweet and talented, committee of the Piano Society and Chinese Students and Scholars Association, runs social media marketing for the Chinese Students and Scholars Association, and promoted the Strathclyde Chinese culture to the world. So, it was hard. It was really hard. So who could win this award with so many great candidates? into making this night a success. I could honestly spend an hour just saying that how much effort went into this, but I don't have the whole night to do that, so I'm just going to take a few minutes. Lisa, Rose, Jody, and Celia were instrumental in supporting me all year. If one of you can come up, I'd like to give you some flowers. Exactly what I wanted, and she got it. She liked it. I'd also like to recognize Tarek and Chris, who have been silently sitting in the corner, but have been helping us run the live stream to downstairs and have been supporting all the audio stuff. So thank you so much. Staff members who I really appreciate so much this year that have been really special to me. And those individuals are Kyle, Amir, Ross, and Yasin. One of you can come up because I have a bottle of something. Amazing this year. We've gone through a lot. I know that it seems like we just approved grant requests, but there was a lot that went on in the background as well. And these people are crazy amazing. So I'd love to give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Strathclyde, or if you're gonna be leaving us, like I'll be leaving, then I wanna thank you because you've been part of a very special journey for me, and you've been a part of making Strathclyde the vibrant, fun, and amazing place that it is. And I've had the privilege to enjoy being a part of many of the clubs and societies that you've run, so I'm personally thankful to you. Personally thankful to the Photo Club, to the Pole Fitness Club, to Women in Leadership Network, to the Feminist Society. Honestly, thank you. And to the Rugby Club. So, feel encouraged. Please take your experiences. Please feel encouraged. Take your experiences and your skills in teamwork, friendship, leadership, collaboration, and share them with the rest of the world. Take the opportunities ahead of you to build up or support a cause that you're personally passionate about. The skills you've learned as a volunteer at societies here at Strathclyde have made you one of the most unique and powerful citizens in this world, because you're initiators. And initiators like you are the first drop in a still water which will ripple out to the edges of a lake. You influence people wherever you go. Don't ever forget that you have skills to build a community, and don't be afraid to embrace your power as initiators, wherever your life takes you. I hope that image is something that sticks with you, because it was something that just came to my mind. Just that effect that you have that knocks over like a domino effect. Even the small things that you think are just tiny, they have an effect, and you've been instrumental here, so be proud of yourselves, because I really am. And then you say, que viva! So I'm going to say, que viva la fiesta, and then you're going to say, que